What's up, Westlake Young Life? Super excited to get to share my story with you guys tonight. Sadly, I couldn't join you in Austin, but Zach generously allowed me to share my story with you guys, and I'm super excited to get to tell you about his little brother Blake and how his testimony so greatly impacted mine. A little bit about myself. My name's Blake Shapiro. I'm a senior graduating from Texas A&M this coming May, and man, I did not have the opportunity to attend Young Life or anything like it in high school, and I'm jealous of the opportunity that you guys have. Your college leaders really care about you guys. Don't take that for granted. So diving a little bit into my story, last spring is when I really came to faith. I was raised in a Christian home, but didn't really ever have the implications of faith placed upon me, and I never really took them upon myself. So last year, I got plugged into a Bible study where I met one of my closest friends to date named Nathan Mize. And Nathan was friends with an older Aggie named Cliff, who runs a trip up to Frontier Ranch, one of Young Life's camps every year, just to allow Aggie men to go and serve and ready that camp for you guys to come and enjoy it all summer. So May 12th, we ended up signing up for the camp and found ourselves on a charter bus getting ready to head up to Colorado. When Cliff hopped back on the bus to tell us that there had been an accident and that some kids involved with the Young Life group at Texas A&M had rolled their car, and that's all that we knew. He told us to be prayerful on the ride up and didn't know many more details but that. So it was probably about 7 or 8 hours into that sad and quiet car ride where we ended up in between New Mexico and Amarillo. And it was through the night that we had been driving, so we didn't really have a ton of service. But I first got back on my phone and received just a flood of text messages, 50 or 60 from friends and family who had heard the news that someone traveling up to Frontier Ranch from Texas A&M University, and now news had broke that one of their names was Blake, was in this car accident. So people were asking me if I was okay, where I was at, the condition that I may have been in, and it was crazy because those text messages weren't even for me, but they still were so special to me and meant so much to my testimony, because at the end of the day, those people were still reaching out and caring for me, showing their love for me. I feel like in that moment, that's where I really felt the presence of God for the first time. It hurt me so much to hear about the accident that Blake and his friends had been in, but throughout that week at camp, just seemed like so much of a celebration of their life and what they had meant to that ministry of Young Life, and how much they had meant to their fellow volunteers and those high school students that's lives they had an impact on. So it was actually that week where I really decided to start following Christ, and I truly realized the implications he placed upon my life, the purpose that he had given me, the meaning, the love that he had shown for me on the cross, and redeeming my sins. Crazy story, a crazy coincidence. It's almost so crazy that it couldn't be, that a story of just God at work in our lives, and man, his faithfulness, so cool. Truly undescribable. I'm happy that I got to share with you guys. If I could just leave you with a bit of parting wisdom, Young Life Westlake, it's pursue the Lord in these times of high school and through college. He is good and he is faithful. Thanks for letting me share with you guys. Have a blessed night.